Hi, today let's look at how to create an entire song with music using AI. To generate a song using AI, we would need some good lyrics to start with. So I'm going to use the help of ChatGPT to generate the lyrics for me. The song I have in mind is an upbeat English song with fun and happiness. And the concept of the song is about a young man who's unemployed and living in a city and trying to get a job, attending interviews. He sings about the little everyday joys in his life while struggling to get a job, and also the love he has for a girl amidst all this chaos happening in his life. And ChatGPT has generated good lyrics, I guess. There is the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, the breakdown, the chorus, and the outro. This structure of the song where you see the verse, pre-chorus, chorus is very important because it helps AI to generate really good music for the lyrics. Apart from ChatGPT, we also have other tools like Google Gemini that is also free to use, and we can also ask Gemini to generate the lyrics for us. And one other interesting tool that is present is Pi.ai that is also free to use. And keying in the same prompt, Pi.ai has also given us some lyrics with a proper structure over here. And Gemini has given its own lyrics as well, and we can choose one of these three generated lyrics to use in the AI song we are about to create. Okay, to generate the AI music for the lyrics that we just generated, I would be using this platform called Suno.ai. So you open up Suno.ai and click on this button that reads Make a Song. That would open up another tab. On the left side, you can see these three options: Explore, Create, and Library. Explore is where you can see the songs that have been created by other users of Suno AI. To create your song, you would need to click on this Create button, which opens up the screen. There are two modes over here in Suno AI, the default mode and the custom mode. If you paste the lyrics in the default mode and click on this create button, Suno would just create a random a song using a random style using your lyrics. If you would want to create a song of a particular style that you desire, you would need to click on the custom mode. So let's click on custom mode. And over here, this is where you paste the lyrics which we just generated. And here is where we tell Suno the style of music we want and the title of the song. One thing to keep in mind is Suno AI generates only 1 minute length of the music at a particular time. So, which means if you would need a longer song like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, we would need to keep continuing from the previous clip that has been generated. And Suno AI is clever enough to keep the previous clip's music style and tune in mind and create the next clips as a continuation with the same style of the song and complete the entire song over here. So since at one particular point in time, Suno is only going to create 1 minute length of song, I would recommend just pasting the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus for the first 1 minute of song so that we can give ample space for Suno to fill in some music and come up with a beautiful first part of the song. And in the part 2, part 3, and part 4, we can keep pasting the next part of the lyrics, like for example the next verse, the bridge, the outro, etc. I decided to go with the lyrics generated by ChatGPT, and so we are going to paste the first part of the song over here, which contains the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. Note that you would need to enclose these items within a square bracket. These are called meta tags in Suno AI. So basically, the AI wouldn't uh, think this as the lyrics if you enclose it within these square brackets. The same with the pre-chorus and the same with the chorus. So we have the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus, and the style of the music is very important. There are many styles you can follow, whichever style you desire. For example, here there is a detailed lists of all the genres and styles that you can ask Suno AI to generate music on. Let's choose one. I'm planning to choose, let's say, a dance pop. So I go to Suno AI, I put in dance pop, and I would you can just leave the voice to be decided by Suno, or else you can mention the voice as well. Male singer, okay, and the title of the song is Learn to Sing, and I'm going to click on the create button over here. So once you click on the create button, Suno generates two versions of the song for every click. And if you notice, your credits get depleted each time you generate a song or music in Suno AI. And say once these two versions are generated, we can play them and listen to the beats. If we like something over here, we can choose one of them. If we don't like, we can again click on the create button, and it will generate another two versions of the song again. And you can keep generating as much as you want until you get the perfect opening for the song. Okay, so the two versions are generated. Let's play it and see. In the heart of the city, where dreams are wide, there's a young man walking, hoping to stride. Resuming his hand, he's hitting the streets, chasing down jobs, moving to the beats. Though the doors might close, one by one, he finds the light under the sun. A laugh with friends, a midnight feast, and simple joys. His heart finds peace. Oh, in this crazy ride, finding his way. He's got a soul in his heart. Come what may. So that is how the first version sounds. I in particular listen to how the chorus comes out because that's what stands in the mind of people. Let's listen to the second version. Down the city, dreams are wide. There's a young man walking home with his stride. Zooming his hand, he's hitting the streets, chasing down jobs, moving to the beats. But the doors might close, one by one. He finds the light under the sun. A laugh with friends, midnight feast, and simple joys. His heart finds peace. Oh, in this crazy ride, finding his way. He's got a song in his heart, come what may. With every step, every fall, every try. So, what do you think? I think the first version is good, but usually when I'm creating a song, I generate at least 10 different versions to decide the first part of the song because I have certain preferences. For this learning purpose, we would go with the first version of the song. In the heart of the city. Now, to create the part 2 of the song, what we would need to do is we would need to click on this three dots on the version of the song that you like, and it opens up a menu. And in this menu, click on continue from this song. and you would see Suno, the button change to continue over here. One important thing to note over here is you would need to delete the style of the music, so that Suno knows that it would need to follow the same rhythm and the style and the manner of the part one of the song. And then in the lyrics section over here, we are going to remove the verse, pre chorus, and chorus, and we are going to paste the verse 2 of the song. And what I do is I paste the bridge after that. And then make them as meta tags by enclosing it within square brackets. And then I'm going to click on continue. So if you notice, Suno again generates another two versions of the part 2 of the song that would be a continuation from this chosen version, and we can choose whichever one of the part 2s we like to be the continuation of the song. If you would need more versions of part 2, you can again keep clicking on continue button and keep generating different versions and choose the one that needs to be in continuation for the part 1 of the song. But remember, each time you click this button, the credits over here is going to keep decreasing. So Suno has generated the part 2 of the song for this chosen part 1. Let's play them and see. Coffee in the morning, watching the sunrise, finding beauty in the where and the whys. Interviews come and interviews go, but he's more than a yes, more than a no. In the chaos, in the noise, he finds his voice. He makes his choice to love, to live, to laugh, to play, to cherish every single day. So that was the part 2 of the song, and let's see another version of the part 2. To love, to live, to laugh, to play, to cherish every single day. One thing to notice is in this version there is an introductory, there is a music before the vocals start, and in this version there is a humming before the music starts. So it's upon your choice. You can choose how the continuation should be from this part 1. After the chorus has been sung, do you need a humming and then the verse 2 and bridge comes, or you would need an music and then it comes? I usually prefer a version that starts immediately with the vocals after the chorus finishes. But for this sake, we will go with this version of the part 2. And let's before continuing to part 3, let's combine the versions part 1 and part 2 and see how the song looks. So for this, you click on the three dots on the right side of that particular item, and in the menu there you see this particular option called get whole song, and you click on it. So what Suno AI does is it generates a full song that's a combination of the version 1 and the version 2 of the lyrics that we added and we generated. So yeah, So we see the full song, that's a combination of part 1 and part 2 generated. Let's listen to the full song to see how it sounds. In the heart of the city, where dreams are wide, there's a young man walking, hoping to stride. Resuming his hand, he's hitting the streets, chasing down jaws, moving to the beats. Though the doors might close, one by one, he finds the light under the sun. A laugh with friends, a midnight feast, and simple joys. His heart finds peace. Oh, in this crazy ride, finding his way, he's got a soul in his heart. Come what may, with every step, every fall, every try, he's made his dreams under the city sky. Coffee in the morning, watching the sunrise and into more than the noise. To love, to live, to laugh, to play, to cherish every single day. Yeah, so if you notice, the song has become 1 minute 42 seconds until now. One other thing you need to do as a best practice, which I do, is as you keep generating the next versions of songs, you will see a long list going, and can become very confusing for you, like which part 2 has been chosen to be part of which part 1, because there would be various versions of part 2 and various versions of part 2. I hope Suno comes up with a good management structure in the next versions. But for now, what I do is, say for example, this is the version 1 of the song that I chose. I would give a thumbs up to that so that I know that this is the song, first part of the song I chose, and the continuation for this song is this version. So I give a thumbs up for this as well. So I know that the full song that I generated is based on the combination of this and this. Now, since we have a good part 1 of the song and a good part 2 of the song, let's go to part 3. Now, usually, many a times, people would like to have some good music in between the song without any vocals. So, let's see how we can keep part 3 as just some music instead of having vocals. And then in part 4, we would continue the vocals again. Now, to just have, okay, to generate part 3, there are two ways to do it. Either from the full song, you can click on continue from the song and then keep continuing the song, or else from the part 2, that's a continuation of part 1, you need to again click on these three dots and click on continue from the song. Once you click on that, if you see this continue button comes over here, and then what I would do is I would remove the lyrics of the part 2 of the song and just key in as instrumental. So this meta tag tells Suno that here there is not going to be any vocals but just good instrumental music, and as usual we leave this tail as blank and then we click on continue. So we see the labels part 3, and as usual two versions of part 3 are getting generated and the credits are getting reduced on the left side. You got to keep an eye on that. So one thing to notice is sometimes the continuation of the song comes out really good when you continue the song from the full song of the previous combinations. But sometimes it comes out good when you continue the song from the previous part of that song instead of the full song. That needs to be done on a experimental trial basis only. So as I mentioned, when in real time when you're actually creating a full song, there would be various versions going page after page after page. So you got to be careful on what are the chosen parts that you have by doing a thumbs up over that. So we see the third part has been generated. Let's play it and see how the music has come out. Let's go with the version 2 of part 3, and let's again one more time get the whole song. So now when I click on get whole song, it would be a combination of the part 1, the part 2, and the part 3 put together. And one other thing to notice is this version of the part 3 is only 14 seconds long, and this version of the part 3 is 14 seconds long, which is good because we don't need the music in between also to be too long without any vocals. Let's get the whole song and see how it looks or how it sounds. I usually try to keep a song at least 4 minutes to 4.5 minutes long. Okay, now we got the full song generated already, and if you notice the length of the clip. In the heart of the city, where dreams are wide, there's a young man walking, one by a feast, and simple joys, his heart for step. Coffee in the morning, watching the sunrise, finding in the chaos, in the noise, cherish every single day. Okay, if you notice what happened over here is there is a small gap without music when we combined part 2 with part 3. It's a small pause over here. There are many ways to handle this. I usually, before I launch the song, I take the entire song and I edit it in iMovie Creator or other editing tools and cut out the pauses and stick the songs together. But a more efficient way to do this is generate a proper song that doesn't have a gap at the end. If you notice this version of the song, the reason for the gap is the version that we chose to combine as a full song has a gap when the instrument starts. See over here. That is the gap that is coming over here. But if we would have chosen this version of part 3, it doesn't have a gap in the start. But the problem in this version is at the end there is some disturbance. For example, so let's combine this as a whole song and see how this works out. Yeah, one thing to keep in mind is since this is AI generating music, it can hallucinate, it can give out random screaming noises sometimes. Sometimes you would get a perfect clip, but in between there may be something that you don't desire. The only two ways to handle it is either download each and every clip in your local folder and then use another movie editor or sound editor to cut out those parts and stitch the songs together, or else keep generating different versions until you get perfect part 2s, part 3s, part 4s, and then combine them all together. How do you download each and every one good practice is, which I forgot to mention, is just make it as a practice to download each and every part that you've chosen. For that, you would need to go to that particular item, click on the three dots, and in the menu there is a download option. You can either download a video or an audio. I choose to download an audio always, and it shows up over here. So like this, once you have all the versions downloaded, and if you have an editor that you would like to use, you can actually edit, cut and paste those blank parts and make the song whole. So this the whole full song is again generated. Let's listen to this version. Come and introduce girl, but he's more than a yes. To live, to laugh, to play, to cherish every single day. So if you notice in this full song, there was no gap in between that end of the bridge and the start of the instrumental. but there is a small disturbance at the end of the song, but that sometimes can be eliminated by continuing the song with the next version of the lyrics. Let's see. In the next video, let's look more into how to edit the song we just created and how to insert the pre-chorus and chorus in between the song and at the end of the song, and how we can add bells and whistles and other sounds, like for example an introductory sound before the song starts, and in between when the music changes, putting in a filler music like a bell ringing or maybe a dog barking, so that there's a smooth transition from this phase of the music to the next phase of the music. And also let's look at how to create master copies of the musical song we created, so that it's of high quality to be distributed across different networks. Everything we look at it in the next video. And please do subscribe to the channel. We'll be coming up with more tutorials and how to's of doing various different things using AI.